Today is Halloween. I remember a time when Halloween was just fun and benign. But over the years, Christians have taken a hard stance against Halloween, and it has become increasingly controversial. What I have learned in seeing this change over the years is that holidays in general, and particularly Halloween, has had a more of an ontological and metaphysical crisis. This is to suggest that when we look at the history of Halloween, we see something very different. Halloween began in Ireland around the 5th century BC. It was the celebration or the festival of witches. On October 31st, it was the end of summer, and so what the Celtics would do is put out all the fires and lamps in their houses and stuff like that because they believed that the people who had died the year before would come back and possess their bodies. So they would make noises and things like this and to ward off the spirits, quote unquote, and then that would make the bodies of the dead go away and would not possess their body. The Romans will come along and they will adopt this same custom, but they're going to change it. What the Romans did was they adopted an Egyptian tradition. The Egyptian tradition was to bury symbols or statues and amulets and all these kinds of things in the ground as symbols of the dead. Then Halloween goes through all kinds of nuances and changes, and Christianity becomes entangled in that because Christianity in Europe was part of European culture. We finally reach the end and all of the nuances until we get to our modern or close to our modern day, and that is the idea of trick or treat is actually All Saints Day, in which the saints or the dead or the people who were considered holy people on the day of October 31st, they would have a holiday in which the poor would come into the village and beg for soul cakes or just a biscuit, and this was a way of feeding the poor. This kind of a custom led into all kinds of other treats being given out, like candy. But the bottom line is that what kids want more than anything else is just the candy. So therefore, that's how all of this becomes so entangled, and so Halloween is really a very complicated holiday.